Sorry.
Raphael,
I mean, honestly.
We can do this.
come on, Raphael. Keep it down.
Hey, what's going on? We're back here with Fireman Three Houses Are Verdant Wind Assassin's Only Run. It can't go worse than last time. That's the thesis statement going into this episode. Also, I looked it up last night. Maybe it was last night, maybe it was the night before. And found out that, yes indeed, as I was guessing around, I guess this is light spoilers. Sorry about this if it's spoilers. But the mission, Chapter 20 happens right after the mission for Chapter 19. And there's no monastery or anything else. Like, Chapter 20 is just the story mission. So it's like in Azure Moon, where it just feeds right into the next one. There's no time to get back to the monastery or any such thing in between it. So actually, what that means is we're closer to the game than I had thought. Sorry, we're closer to the game. Closer to the end of the game than I had thought earlier. So my estimate for how many episodes are left, it's probably closer to like 12 or 13 now. We're that close. But you don't want to get closer to carry on. So I also looked up what Agarthium in particular is good for, and it's the Scythe of Sariel, or Sariel, however you say it, which we do not possess. Is that right? Because you'd have to beat the Death Knight for it, and I haven't yet. Actually, you can only get it if you beat the Death Knight in his paralogue, is that right? Which we did not do. Nevertheless, it's for that, for devil weapons, like the Devil Sword, the Devil Lance and all, and it's for Amir, which we obviously don't have. That's not ours. We've been hit by it, but we don't have it. So there's basically nothing we could want it for, so I think we're good to sell as much of that as we feel is necessary moving on here. It sells for, so we could get a tidy 3k from it now. I might just hang on till... Well, I was going to say I'll hang on until we get back to the monasteries to see if we want to donate it to the statues, but we don't actually really desperately need the upgrades on the statues as much as we desperately need money, so sign out of Agarthium. And I just wrote a note for myself to remember to fuse Claude up Awo Dao. Also, can I change our goals from here? Aw, man. I'm not allowed, but it would be nice and convenient to do it before I forget to put Happy onto heavy armor. Anyway, so we're rocketing on into the Sleeping Sand legend. Actually, is there anything else we can sell before we carry on here? Because we are going to want a fair bit of money to repair some stuff. We're not going to use quite that much root steel, right? Let's get rid of 10 of those. Boosh. There's always so many onions. 5k might do us for the moment. Like I was saying, I'm expecting this to go way more easily than the other two just did. And the first one wasn't even that bad. Interested in learning more about Legend of Macuel, one of the Four Saints? Claude ventures out across the territory of Margrave Edmund to the Sreng regions. Just level 35. The Sleeping Sand legend. I ran out of breath. Let's do it. Take us away, Claude. It was also you who brought us to the Eternal Guardian paralogue, so you're just all over the place in this one particular Sunday.
Very interesting.
What's interesting?
Oh, Teach. How long have you been there?
Roughly 3
Don't
seconds?
sneak up on me like that. You almost gave me a heart attack.
I thought you knew I was here, considering you said very interesting out loud.
Anyway, I'm reading the official biography of the Four Saints, as sanctioned by the church.
Right. So it can only be so accurate. One of the saints was like really into crochet or something that the church didn't deem palatable.
I know you're
So
not
they
very
left it
familiar
out.
with the teachings of Seros, but even you must have read it at least once.
Maybe? Maybe?
Huh. I'm amazed you managed to get a job teaching at an academy run by the church.
Did I not let you in that it wasn't actually my choice? I was kind of coerced.
Whether you've read the biography or not, the Four Saints must at least ring a bell, right?
I know them. Saint Macuel, Saint Inex, Saint Kehol, and Saint Sethlane. I polished their statues.
Well then, I've got a little quiz for you. Name the Four Saints, companions of the great Saint Seros.
I just
I'll give
did.
you a hint. There was Kehol, Sethlane, Indek, and...
That's not a hint, you just gave me 3 of the answers. Macuel.
Correct.
Yes!
I was hoping you'd know that much at least. In any case, you can learn some interesting things reading
Way to
about the
put
life and
me on the
times of
spot.
Saint Macuel. For instance, he was more skilled with his hands than his fellow saints, and even became an accomplished blacksmith.
It's funny, I could have sworn Seth was telling Bernadette earlier, in one of our French support ones, that Saint Inex was incredibly good with his hands.
He used his skills to forge countless sacred weapons for the army of Seros.
I see where this is going. You want to track him down and kill him so there's no competition. Got it.
Of course, he didn't just forge the weapons, he also used them in battle himself. Legends say his strength was second only to Seros.
Well, you and I have borne witness to that. Well, never mind.
It's even said that he played a big role in the Battle of Tailtean, where Seros fought Nemesis, the King of Liberation, who became the King of Evil. Macuel lost his life in that battle, and now his body rests in a coffin within the Holy Mausoleum.
I mean, how many bodies that are supposed to be somewhere have we ever actually found in this universe?
Or so one story goes. Another legend says he set off on a journey to find a new land. That he left Fodlan from the east, crossed the sea, and vanished. He must have left Alliance territory, but where exactly would he have set sail from, I wonder?
Well, Dareju's got a nice little port.
Thinking about it reminds me of another interesting story concerning the Srang region. The peninsula is attached to the mainland of Fodlan and extends from the northeastern part of Kingdom territory. If you were to set sail from Margrave Edmund's territory, you could cut across a stretch of sea and land there.
Right, but you'd be like sailing north then, and I thought you just said they sailed east. Oh, from the east. Okay, never mind. That makes no sense.
And it just so happens that in the Srang region, there are ruins built to worship a sacred beast that appeared from across the sea.
Huh.
If the ruins have something to do with St. Macuil, there could be sacred weapons there.
Huh.
So, have I piqued your interest, or what?
1000%. Maybe a little.
You always have to play it cool, don't you? Just think of how useful it would be to have weapons like that.
Well, weapons don't exactly thrill me when I think about their intended purpose.
Not to mention that the peninsula would be pretty easy to get to about now, seeing as how Alliance territory has settled down a bit.
But granted, that sounds pretty cool. I want to see.
Be there and back in no time. No one would even notice we were gone. Come on, Teach. Let's go to the Srang region.
Oh no, so if we die somehow on the way, like two of the most important political figures in this kingdom right now, no one will know that we were gone. Oh no. Let's go.
I always see it through once I set my mind on something.
That's becoming
Let's make the
increasingly
necessary
clear.
preparations before I die of curiosity.
Off we go! Can I bring Happy? I'd feel much safer if she were... Actually, we probably shouldn't bring Happy because she's probably going to be one of our higher level people. And we got our levels all out of whack last mission because we had Claude, like, solo half of it, and we were just being like, you know what, screw it, let's just get this mission done without even caring about who gets experience at that point. So, I dare say we should replenish those battalions. I imagine it only replenished the battalions that we actually have equipped. Probably, Oh no, we probably replenished the other one that we de-equipped as well. Right, so, we've got some phantom soldiers here, so it's morally okay to kill the heck out of them. Heckin' load of monsters. Ooh, we have a lot of people flying here. There's a third army of bandits, I guess? Huh. Heaven knows why they think this is even, like, slightly a good idea. I mean, look at this dragon's tail. The Wind Caller. Creststone of Maculo. What's that crest do, by the way? Simple magic and mastery of wind occasionally raises might during magic attacks. What we don't know is if this... Oh, it does say a magic weapon, so it'll be like before where... Marianne will be the one we want to be tanking this with a lot. Fortuitously, on their last bar, they don't get quick riposte like Indek had. Well, I guess it's he, isn't it? He gets Desperation, which only on his last bar of health, when he's below half health, his follow-up attack occurs before a counterattack. But that's only if he was already gonna. And if him hitting us with 2 attacks would have killed us, I wouldn't have risked it anyway. So that shouldn't be too bad. Miracle might be a little tough. A 34% chance to just tank 1 lethal blow. But it's not like, am I right that in Awakening, the way Miracle worked, or maybe it was even the Tellius games, I feel like one of the games, the way Miracle worked was that your health didn't even have to be over 1. Like, even if your health was 1 and Miracle triggered, you would just dodge, kind of thing. And Darting Blow, you're already going to be pretty fast, but so are we. Oh, interesting. Barrier ability gives extra dodge against Sword, Lance, and Axe. But we're going to be smashing the barrier as fast as possible. Ooh, interesting. You seal magic. Very curious. Oh, but your physical defense is really, really weak, actually. So having Leone or Raphael come in and throw some crazy crits and whatever won't be so bad. Slash, you do have a luck stat, so it's not like we'll be having a super easy time getting crits on you. And Ancient Dragon Skin is having everything. You just got an auto dodge and counterattack. This shouldn't be too bad. Lord of the Desert. With wings that control the very wind, the Wind Caller possesses vast intelligence and exalted strength. Once again, I mean, like, Hilda could beat it in an arm wrestle, but not a magic one. Alright, with only 29 enemies, even though we're kind of restricted in our movement, it doesn't feel like it'll be too bad. I guess the real trouble is that the thieves will, like, steal kills and stuff, right? Which is kind of whatever. We're a little over-leveled as it stands. Although I suppose that the story mission that happens consecutively after the next story mission will have a higher suggested level, but because we won't have a whole chapter before it, it's good that we're over-leveled. Anyway, what will suck is if there are reinforcements, and I have no idea if there are, and I could look it up, but I'm gonna say let's just get into it. But first, we get 12 people for this. So we can bring everyone, actually, from our main party. Okay, we are pretty low on weapons, but again, this doesn't look like it's gonna be too difficult. So I'm thinking Sublime Creator Sword is gonna be like all our money if I repair that, so I'll just try and make do without it this mission. Claude should probably at least have a training sword. I said I want to forge up his Woe Dao, his Iron Sword into a Woe Dao. That's gonna be a lot of money, isn't it? Well, I'll leave him with the Iron Sword, and again, I'll probably know what that means. Let's just check everyone else first. So repairs, 11 swords. So it does, I think our 11 swords are kind of a priority because they're all a little on the weaker side at the moment, aren't they? Years has got 12 uses, that's not bad, but wasn't Marianne's on the lower side? Oh, you know, it's actually not all that bad. Overall, things aren't actually nearly as bad as I was expecting. They're certainly not amazing, considering we're gonna have to then carry on into, like, 2 story missions right after this with this amount of gear. But I'm sure we'll handle it. I've tried to I've overcorrected a bit because usually I'm holding back and I'm always like keeping more money than I need, more money and resources. And I've tried really not to hold back on this run at all. And it's coming back to bite me a little. I'll fix your Levin sword. That seems wise at the very least. Your Wo Dao, so that'll be all our money, but go for it. Should be able to handle that. Actually, Claude's should probably grab himself a concoction. It only costs 300, is that right? 600. That's a bit more than 300, but I'll take it. Well, now that said, actually, we have a bunch of stuff we could probably do away with pretty comfortably. At this point, we could probably even sell the knowledge gem, one of a kind though it is. I mean, are any of us, like, really desperate for some more skill? Like, it's not that big of a deal, really. It hurts me just because it's so one of a kind, but we could really use the money, so I'm gonna get rid of it. And that said, I will also get rid of the crit ring. We can hang on to like 1 of each of these, but don't need loads and loads. Silver shield can be bought again. That new silver bow we got from that paralog, let's get rid of that. The Lance of Zoltan, none of us are using lances. We'll get rid of that. Silver sword plus, I don't know whose that is. I'll hang on to it. I might even be able to do away with Parthia, because it's not really getting us too much these days, but whatever. He might gain a few points in strength and it'll be worth a bit more. In that case, I will repair my Sublime Creator Sword. And your Silver Sword. It is also because we have a lot of magic weapons in this run, so we're spending a lot of money to repair those, because it's like 4k per repair. Your Training Sword seems sensible. And that's a boot all. Let's give it a good old whirl.
There are the ruins. It looks like we're not going to have the luxury of an excavation.
It's like the biggest understatement of the year, man. We're not gonna have the luxury of an excavation. We might not have the luxury of a head on our shoulders if we're not careful.
Look, I bet those are the watchmen of the ruins, and that they've been ordered to keep out intruders.
Is that what you think?
And that big beast? I hear they call it the Wind Caller.
You really undersold the danger of this excursion when you were like, hey, let's get some friends together and go on a trip. Don't even know we're gone.
Only by defeating me can you claim the secret treasure.
Yeah, it speaks. What is it?
A dragon.
Huh? Who are you? I'm just here for a bit of treasure. Don't attack me.
Someone got here first. Must be a
Don't
band
attack
of
me.
looters. We can't let them get the treasure. Guess their luck's about to run out.
Yeah, well, you know, we'll pay you when we get some money. We just want the sacred legendary weapons, man. I mean, seriously, can you not see that we have bigger fish to fry, my friend? Look at what's before you, and you want to pick a fight with us? You guys are like incredibly legendary warriors. Come on back to the monastery and participate in some fighting tournaments. You get loads of money for those. We'll give you room and board, just chill. No, that ain't gonna work, is it? My expert persuasion tactics. Now, part of these, some of these paths are actually paved paths that we can get through pretty easily. I'm kind of thinking these thieves are gonna get bodied eventually. Maybe it would be like more ethical to let the Phantom Soldiers kill them and not do it ourselves. Also probably easier, because we don't want to like run right into the middle of all the ranges. I say we hang back early on here and... Oh, you used to have a Wo Dao. That's right, I swapped it out for a training sword. I gave your Wo Dao to Happy, that's right. I think that's it. Anyway, let's hang back and play defensive for the moment, since they've got a bunch of flyers who are going to be having a lot easier time getting through the sand than us. I say we play it safe and enter into this whole thing slowly, and that may give the thieves some time to run in and get some kill steals on us, such that we're getting less XP, but I'll tolerate it for the moment, you know? I think we just kind of let them do their thing, try not to get in the way. I love that when you hover over Claude's dodge, it's just this, like, friggin' laundry list of all his dodge, everything that's giving a buff to his dodge.
Shall we?
Shall we?
Why not?
Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, we got a whole bunch of the Phantom Soldiers are going, like, straight for the rogues. Now, I guess some of them are assassins and they've got stealth as well, but maybe not all of them, and that's why it's,
You're not trying to take this treasure from me, are you?
the ghost? Can you not see that they're like gray and pallid and not alive?
If I don't get this treasure back, the boss is gonna be really angry with me.
Maybe you need a new boss. Jeez. Anyway, wow, I can't believe you missed that first one.
Huh? Are you looting too? Well, I'm not letting you have this treasure.
Is that the boss aforementioned? Anyway, regardless of what the case is, they are fighting these dragons a fair bit, so I guess I'm happy with that. We'll just take this at our pace and fight whoever we're gonna fight. I guess if I mark... Oh, the sandworms move through the sand quite easily, I see. So if I move Leone up here to take you out, say, Sandcrawler's going for you. So speed Sandcrawler is 29, so they're not gonna double ass any of us. So we're probably fine, most of us, to charge on in, try and keep out of that Sandcrawler's range. One worm at a time is enough for me, I say. So go for this here, Leone. crit gets a bunch of extra damage, makes that a lot easier for someone else, whoever's coming next. Which, by the way, Hilda and Ignots are our lower level people, so a takedown coming from one of them would be the ideal. Like Ignot's here. Yonk! Zap!
I took care of it.
Good job, lad.
Now to keep polishing my skills.
I don't think I have you equipped with sword prowess, but that's still neat. You'll be able to respond to this one as they attack you, which is also good. Actually, what I should have done from the beginning is check if any of these mages have any super long-range magic. Because that's been surprising to us of late, when that sort of thing has happened. Yeah, we could run along the path to try and intercept the thieves. Oh, by the way, does any of them have any useful loot? We've got an elixir, a rapier, a rusted lance, can be forged into a brave lance, pure water, killer bow. Yeah. Nothing one of a kind, anyway. Ooh, this is the thief leader, but one of their lackeys has got crazy high speed. Even Claude's only got 48. Right, take this at our pace. Sandcrawler's coming over our way. I say we hold off for the moment and watch how a lot of this unfolds. So one dragon is going down. Thief leader's taking a hit. I guess some of them have some healing items, so they're not all necessarily going to go down immediately. Wow, thief leader's taking a real hit. This one over here is doing very fine. I wonder if that assassin has Axebreaker or something. Maybe they all do. Oh man, my magic is doing nothing here. Zap, nothing. Zap, nothing. Ouch. Was expecting that. Probably could have calculated it. Do they have anti-magic armor, or is it just my magic is that low? This one's turning over there to go help fight a thief. The thief? The thief? So that's one less problem we have to worry about in getting closer here. And our victory condition is just to defeat the commander. So if we wanted to keep these poor, probably quasi-innocent thieves alive, I guess we could go do that, but I think that's going to be really difficult, and I'm not going to do it. Oh, they were the one with the elixir, right? I see. Or did they all have an elixir? Oh, no, they've all got elixirs on them. Gotcha. So they're all going to be healing a fair bit and tearing through a lot of this, in other words. So we probably will have to square with them at some point. I'm not loving the way this mage is just kind of walking through the sand easily. It's going to mark a few more things and try and stay out of their range as we engage here. Oh, yeah, it's going to be tricky. I'm thinking Fail Not might be appropriate here. Yeah, go for that. They can't even respond mercifully.
I will destroy you.
Thanks, Leonie.
For Gerald.
Good work. So Iggy and Hilda, we want to get them takedowns on this as much as possible. They don't have anti-magic armor. They just have, oh yeah, pretty good res. Barrier reduces damage with 50%. They've got keen intuition. Okay, I see. Oh, but only on the barrier. Interesting. Ah, they get the latent ability monster effect and all. Interesting also. Do all the giant crawlers get that, or is that unique to this paralog? Anyway, I'll bash open the back one here. Oh my god, they can throw rocks at me. Yes, I did forget about that slightly, even though I saw that they had a chance to and everything. Maybe Raphael shoots this other back one here. Pew! These ones drop Mithril when you break their barrier, is that the idea? With Raphael at your side, you can zap this a bit with 11 sword. I probably shouldn't do that because these are costly to repair, and we don't really need the sword experience for you. But too late. Let's have Petra bash open this last one here. Missed the first one, hit the second one. Very good job. Agarthium is what you get from this, right? So that's free money for us since we're not going to use it for anything else. I can lure over who? Oh, well, I would be in the range of the Wyvern Lord here, but they can't see me because stealth. Well, actually, this one surely has stealth, right? Maybe our stealth priorities over them or something. I would assume if they both had stealth, then it would treat it as if neither of them had stealth, and it would go after the weaker one. Oh, well, I guess that probably is them, considering Claude's dodge chance. Oh, yeah, because if I put Hilda here, they'd go after her, for instance. Interesting. Well, I could get some more experience for us if Marianne tanks this, for instance. That's not a horrible idea. They get one hit of 46 on you, which you survive. We want Hilda to get the takedown on this, so let's see if someone else can soften it up a little bit first. Yeah, that'll help Hilda get the final blow. She's pretty strong, such that that might be a possibility. Does she have any gauntlets, by the way? This would be a good time for him. Ah, man, she's not doubling with the silver sword as I would have hoped. Perhaps Lawrence can help out. With this, he do 16, which is just the amount she needs. Thank you for not lethalitying. And I believe I said before that I looked it up, and it doesn't matter if it, getting one bar, the first bar down is the same amount of experience as getting the last bar down. It's not like getting the actual final kill on monsters gives you more experience or anything like that. So that was good for Hilda there. Oh, you don't have your killer bow, or is it broken? Oh, I swapped it out for the this, I guess. Interesting. Which is fair enough, because we haven't been using the bow too much. We expect you into it being a very swordy kind of person. Give you a bit of a zap with the nice one, happy.
Same old.
Good work. Right, we were luring one Wyvern Lord here. Basically, at the end of each turn, we want to be sort of like lure then the next person down and just go a little bit further each time. Just take it at our pace. This one doesn't have any kind of special shield. I don't think that would protect them from archery, especially. So I think we should be good to do. Man, this poor thief leader is just taking one of those in the face every turn.
After all the trouble we went through to get this treasure, I'm not gonna let you get your hands on it.
Man, you guys just don't know what ghosts are, I guess. I mean, your bravery is inspiring, but I just feel like, to a point, you gotta understand that this is not gonna end well for you, right? Maybe you don't have to understand that. It just feels like you would understand that. I mean, granted, you're pretty quick. Man, this poor one's getting the AoE on them. Probably it's gonna miss. Oh, it didn't. Huh. But they're stunned now, so they're gonna elixir themselves, probably. But they've only got so many of those. But I mean, they're clearing the way for us pretty handily, I would say. So for the most part, you know what? I'm okay with your decisions. Even if I feel bad for you and the way this is going to turn out for you. I hope that elixir tastes good. I can go pew, pew. We want Raphael to have some bow experience as well. I might lower down the next Ivan Lord myself. Raphael can give a bit of the old pew because we want him to have his bow experience for the inexhaustible. Yeah, he's almost there. And we'll have Hilda finish it off. Or perhaps Ignatz makes more... Well, he can't reach. Hilda's also not doing enough damage, which I didn't expect. Oh, they're pretty defensive, huh? Provided Claude doesn't lethality here, he can soften it up such that she'll have a good try at it. Nice. Just like that.
Never let your guard down.
Good work. Ooh, steel axe. If someone could just pass me my own sword, please, that would be nice. Thank you. I don't get my alert stance, unfortunately, but that's just the way of it. But ain't all bad. There are worse fates. Okie dokie. Part of me is a little wary that this isn't seeming that hard so far, but I think maybe it just isn't actually a very hard one. It's just a matter of you can make it harder if you're going to try and go for as much experience as possible by trying to take down every thief. Oh, they finally dodged one. Look at them go. Which I guess means they're going to go try for an attack this next turn. This magic there, the thieves are not going to handle too well, I don't think. This could be it for this one if they hit this, though they're probably not going to. Oh, never mind, it's an AoE. They could well. They hit their friend, but not the assassin. Going after you. Mostly these thieves are pretty evasive, even in the sand. Which I can relate to. Oh, interesting. That one just stayed there. Oh, this one's gonna get them... Oh, no, they were able to do that without taking damage, I see. That thief's going around there. Very curious. Right, this mage is kind of coming towards us. We probably want to sort of keep our distance here. You can do some solid stuff with Parthia here, since it's we're tripling the bow's might. Why don't you start with the 11 sword there, Lawrence, and Iggy will finish it off. Gotta love the 3 range and the 11 sword. I don't even need Parthia, I can just do it with a silver bow here. Pew!
No mercy.
Okay, alright. Alright, cool, okay. And Marianne can be the one to lure down this mage with ease.
I may not survive.
We'll be fine, Hoppy.
What's my strategy?
There you go, that's more like it. Now you're thinking about how to problem solve. God, I freaking love Petra's personal sword animation, or sword prep animation, like that. So dope. Looks especially cool in the assassin outfit. Excuse me, Mr. Dragon, sir? You have a lovely beak. Could I convince you to spare these poor random innocent thieves? I think they're just trying to get by. Alright, that looks like a no. Something weird is going on with your tongue. Ooh, wow, they have extra accuracy to hit them now that they've gone back into the woods. So I think it's over for this leader. Because they didn't heal this time. Wow.
No, that's my treasure.
Way to spend your last moments on this earth well, buddy. I mean, I feel bad for you, but also, you might have said something like, whoa, hold on, let me live. Let me get my last drink of this elixir or something. AoE is missing again. I guess they can do that. Right, it's not like a gambit where they only have a few of those. They can do that as many times as they want. Poor thieves. I mean, they are putting up a pretty respectable fight here, but still, poor thieves. So I want that experience for Ignatz and Hilda. Ideally, Ignatz getting a takedown here, but that's a bit tough to orchestrate with something like this, I suppose. Do you have gauntlets, by the way? Yeah, so if you did something like that, got that down, don't get critted, Lawrence. Just don't get critted. Easy as. Nice Aegis. Oh, lethality, never mind. Well, I guess that works. So next range I'd be luring is that Wyvern Lord, so we want someone who's good against axes. Why not? Happy. / your high level. Let's get someone who's level not 39. Catherine, your speed is pretty high, right? 41, so you're not going to get doubled by this one. 57 damage, you'll handle it. You can rally your dex and speed. Help her out there. Oh, I guess part of why this is easy is this is an especially easy one for rogues, because we already have a high dodge chance, so the sand isn't messing with us too hard, but also we're good at fighting monsters, and there are a lot of those. Hence why all the enemies in this place are also rogues. Or were all of them assassins, actually? Or was there like one archer in there? I'm forgetting now. I can't look because we're in the middle of the enemy turn. No, I think it was all assassins, actually. Interesting. A bunch of Wyvern Lords, now that they took out the Thief Leader, I think they're headed over for this group of 3 over here. Which initially, two of them were over with the Thief Leader, so that makes enough sense. AoE completely misses. Barriers renewed. This one's going for this one again. I don't really know why this Thief is just standing here. They're not moving at all. I guess maybe they're like hard-coded to just keep fighting this one, otherwise they worry that they would go straight for you and it would be harder or something. Anyway, they've taken down one bar of... Oh, never mind. I thought they were about to take down that bar. There we go. One bar of this giant crawler. So now they get Monster Effect Null, which doesn't really matter. Yeah, this one just doesn't have a movement stat for some reason. I guess we'll try and leave them alive? Oh, huh. Did you go after... Oh, yeah, Catherine dodged. Oh, you've got a throwing axe, right. Come at them with the training sword. They probably won't hit that back. Do some solid starting damage there. We have to be sort of careful about attacking with archery, because they will see. Rather, they will respond, unless we're doing it with a range of 3, i.e. curved shot. Or indeed 11 sword. I mean, we can go just with an assassinate there, happy. Don't really know why I thought that would be helpful, because even if you got the assassinate, that would be taking experience from someone else who was weaker. Sure, go for rid of that. You probably get hit back in response by this, but nice one. Good work. Parthia with break shot absolutely brings this down. Nice one. And we very infrequently get uses of that, so may as well go for it. Tomahawk, we can probably sell at earliest convenience, so let's lure down this one next. We had said happy, Marianne was fine with this, right? This one's similar in strength to the other ones that she tanked before, so go for that. We'll all hang around and heal up. You can rally her strength in the odd event that gives her enough damage to do stuff. Whole bunch of Wyvern Lords, but for the most part they are not concerned with us at the moment, and they and the thieves are taking each other out pretty rapidly. There'll be very few for us to deal with by the end. And this one's on the path, so they have a good dodge chance. I think they're on the path. Are they in the sand? I'm not sure. If they're in the sand, then that means that on the path they would have a 5% chance to get hit by that, so that's very good. Sandstorm is maybe going to hit. I don't really know what the chances are on that one compared to that Assassin's Dodge, but they're hitting it about a third of the time, I would have said. Even with the rally strength, not enough to deal damage, but that's fine because they're right up in our face now. This one brings down a Wyvern Lord. Only 15 enemies remain. We're already almost nearly the majority. We'll have you rally her strength so she's doing a little more damage with this training bow. Go for the curve shot just to guarantee your accuracy. Or we can get down a bit, and in a minute we'll have... Did you see that one butler bowing in the background? In a minute we'll have Ignatz finish it with Parthia break shot. Just need to do 15 more damage. Can you handle that, Marianne? Of course you can. Why would I even ask? Now you don't... That way he doesn't even need to use the Parthia for it. Could even use his Levin sword, but let's get his bow prowess, shall we? And lethality for good measure.
No mercy.
Nice work. You're almost to level 38. Who are we luring next? If I step one step this way, if I take one more step, it'll be the farthest away from home I've ever been. Can lure the crawler over away from this poor thief. Let's do that. Have a bit of pity and mercy. This one's going after them still. One more assassin bites the dust.
Those thieves.
Which thieves? You're thieves. Or are they talking about us? Because if so, I had nothing got to do with that, so you shouldn't be able to... You shouldn't be sassing me about that. Nevertheless, I were able to lure this one away, so at least we'll be able to save one of the poor thieves. You know, they have no intention of siding with us. If that one's just going to stay there, then we can keep them safe at least. Yay. Not much I can do for that one up there. Alright, a gambit wouldn't be horrible here, except we really do want to be saving as many gambits as possible for the boss, I reckon. So maybe you could either curve shot or 11 sword this one. Yeah, curve shot it. Ooh, they've got a crit chance on you. I didn't think that one through too well. Please don't get critted by a rock. Ow! It wouldn't have killed you even if you had. I'll shoot this open and then move somewhat out of the way. Nice lethality on me. In that case, actually, I won't move out of the way, because we don't need that much more room to bring the rest of this down. Maybe 11 sword this one here. You have an amazing accuracy for it, but that'll do. I think you can even just silver bow this one from up close here. And maybe we can get Mary Hilda up close, or she's... Oh, well, we're on the path, so yeah, she'll probably make it. Ah, not quite. Maybe Marianne, you swap her forward. We'd like her to get the takedown. Now that they're shattered, ooh, swords are effective against them. Good to know. We have someone else weaken it up a little first here, hopefully not getting lethality. Thank you, Catherine. We're almost there. Just 5 more damage here. I suppose I can lure down the mage as we do this. Yonk! Thank you very much, Happy. And now Hilda! Get that takedown. Maybe a level? Not quite. One more should do it. Ooh, Happy has a few things going out on her. Don't love that magic, but the crit chance is 30. It'll put down to 5 for you. Oh, well, not with the Arcane Shield, it won't. It'll be 0. Sweet. So you're fine there. And then 10 and 10. Altogether, that's 55, so you'll be fine altogether. Freaking love that Arcane Shield. Crit who? It's actually perfect for her since her luck is so low. Since I'm deciding to make her a tank, she's got to have some way to deal with crits, either having enough defense that it doesn't matter, or get a shield that just says no crits. Either works for me. skirmish up to the northwest here is probably coming to an end sometime soon. Or, you know, the upper left, whether that's northwest or not. Nice one, Happy. Now, a bunch of these ones have decided it's just time to come after us, I think. Which, fair enough. At this point, I would probably be like, yeah, it's probably time to deal with those rapscallions down there. They've taken out almost the entire army. Now, they're on the pass. So they're going to have a pretty easy time reaching us rather soon here. Let me just try and mark all these and stay out of that. Oh, yeah, won't be too hard. They actually aren't moving quite as quickly through all this as I thought. Oh, I see. It looks like a path here, but it's still counted as desert. Interesting. Oh, this one's also not going to move. Curious. It is now 12 to 12, but I'm going to be not fighting those two assassins, so really it is 12 to 10, and really the assassins are probably going to bring down one or two of those, so it's more like 12 to 8 or so. Let's focus down these bunch here. We need someone physically... Oh, Hilda could probably even just do this one, so go for that. Right, and this will probably be a level for you. Let's get that strength and speed and defense. Maybe a bit of dex while you're at it. Hey now! Strength and speed, charisma. It's actually health, strength, speed, charisma. That's the Hilda special. Anything else is also pretty close, so ideally we get him to take down on this with Parthia, so we don't need to do too much damage to orchestrate that, and Lawrence will be able to handle it. Well done. A and bow for you. Very good. Raphael's not far off that also. Silver bow's enough, don't even need to waste the Parthia. Good job. Almost level 38 for you. They're coming after us anyway, so I kind of don't need to have someone in there to lure. So may as well just stay out of their range and not risk getting hurt.
I'll try.
Thank you for trying to stay out of their bow range and not... Thank you for trying not to get shot. That really makes me happy. Now, with their bow range, it'll be a little close to get the approach on them, given that they are... we're all weighed down by the sand somewhat, but not impossible. There goes one Phantom Soldier. Snipers are drawing ever nearer. And they're about the last line of defense, save for that other mage over there. And Sandstorm goes out. Does land it. And this one's probably going to use the elixir, therefore. They still have a use of that, I imagine? Yes. So that whole fight's just going to carry on there. We can unmark all you and try and just stay out of these ranges now. You're not going to move, but you have a range of 4, is it? Indeed, indeed. So no one hold back. Just run in and smack them with your swords and whatever. Any lethalities or crits we can get here would be useful. Good try, Alois. Gayonk. We're not doing loads. They're pretty defensive, actually. So we're not doing loads with just our typical weaponry here, but... As she says, we'll try. I might even fight here with the bow, even though I'm definitely going to get hit in response. May as well just speed this along a little bit. Youch! Hey, I got lethality.
Another victory.
Out here with you. And I might have Raphael do the same thing in the interest of getting his bow experience up. I might have him even do... no, that's dumb. Just shoot this one. Pew! Ow! Is that enough for... Not quite. Assassin does get you a bit more than in other classes, but not that much more. You know, and he should rather easily be able to take this down like so.
Alright, who's next?
Good stuff. No one's having an easy time getting right up close here, but I could swap some people forward. Even though, let's say they would have an easy time bringing this down. Ignatz is the one we really want getting the experience here, so let's have them both swap him up here so we can Love and Sword melee it. Risk no damage to him. 28 damage, so if we have Claude swap Marianne up, she could probably soul weight it such that he can get that, provided she doesn't lethality or just one-shot it. Nice work, Marianne. Thank you. Over here for Ignatz. Let's get something offensive, please. Strength or magic, and hopefully a bit of dex and speed to round it out. Why not? Some defense, too. Or is that too much to ask? Nice, some magic, dex, and speed. I'm happy with that. And, you know, his defenses aren't horrible. It's not that he's probably tanking one of either kind of attack power. Okie dokie, so that's basically all but the dragon now. They have these bunch over here, and once they finish off the thief, I guess they're gonna start going for us. But maybe if we're fast enough, we can do it before the thief dies, and the thief will be fine, and we'll have saved 2 lives today. Maybe not. Well, more than 2, because they've all got little battalions with them. So we'll be saving a handful of lives if we can go fast enough. I say we take 1 more turn to recuperate, and then Ignatz strides us all right up to the front. This Wyvern Lord's almost on their way out. I think the giant crawler and this assassin might just be here forever, you know? Well, I mean, at some point the assassin's elixir will run out, but we might just have enough time. I don't know if this mage is actually going to charge us once we're fighting the dragon. It might be that that's not the case, and we can just bring the dragon down pretty quickly. So I'm going to have Ignatz stride up ahead here, which is going to get everyone except for Claude and Marianne, which is fine because they'll get there. So you do that. You can do it! You'll be fine! Run fast! It's not bringing us terribly close, but close enough that for sure Petra could launch her ashes and dust right into the center of it. We'll have some people lay down some... no, it doesn't make sense to it, does it? I shouldn't have strided here. Actually, we haven't used a pulse yet, right? Yeah, so don't even bother using stride. Let's just
What's
walk
my
into the
stride?
range. Stride next turn so we can spread out all around. They're not AoEing this turn, they're only doing one hit, so if we smash the barrier next turn, we can put the stop in the IOE. The IOE? The AoE! Oh, right, I can force them to attack happy because, monster lure. Right, we'd rather be a little faster for such an instance, but I don't really want to give up the shield. Oh, well, the shield is only helping you with physical attack. Oh, it's also helping you with crits. What is their, if I take the shield off, what's their crit chance? 14, yeah, we don't want to risk that. So what I'll do is I'll keep I'll put the shield on, but leave the sword off so that you're fast enough that they're not doubling. Does make some sense that Happy as tank would be doing this. Rally here, Dex for reasons.
At the ready.
Shall we?
Everyone else just file up here. I'm pretty sure they are.
Shall we?
This one does actually follow the rules and goes after Happy without fail here, so we should all be good to move up. No hassle whatsoever. All right, and once we're in the center here, we're not in desert anymore, so our dodge is better and we can move around more easily. There's a little bit of sand piled up in the middle, I see. That will make things tricky. I'm going to swap Petra over Hoppy there, just that she's a little closer. She has as many options as possible for getting in there. But we want Claude and Ignatz up there sometime soon to help Petra out. Alright, see how this ends up. Okay, what does it taste like, strawberries? It tastes like caviar, doesn't it? It's a little extreme. I was only hoping to whack. Ow. Well, and oh, they actually got the assassin in the end. Well, sorry about it.
Never have become a thief.
Yeah, well, I'm really sorry. Hey, at least your health bar is full again. Oh, you're dead. Bye. Guess that means the Crawler and the Wyvern Lord are probably going to both head our way sometimes. Oh, whoa. Oh, I forgot that was a thing. It's fine. They don't get to move their turn, and we're going to just taking this down in a few turns anyway. Right, now that we're all so close, Ignatz, you probably don't feel cool actually, like, hitting with this, but let's just get into range so that Petra will have an easy time smashing the barrier, please. Lawrence isn't going to be able to do too... Well, let's try and make sure we get out of these ranges before this is over, by the way. Okay. I'm going to have Raphael move first and try and whack open... Ooh, he's too slow. So I really need to do the big damage once we have the barrier smashed. Ooh, this might actually be really tricky. What I'm trying to get here is I want Claude to end up here, and I was going to have Lawrence pass him his Levin sword, such that Claude would be also supporting Petra here. But that means that Lawrence has to end up here, which means I need to move Raphael, and actually Hoppy first, for that matter. I suppose I could start with a Gambit here, that's reasonably safe. Hi!
Those who stand before me, how long has it been? Hundreds of years, thousands.
Well, you say those who stand before me, only, like, you know, sort of half of me did you know before.
You have the stink of Sophis upon you.
Not her biggest fan, then.
Whether you share her power.
I guess we'll figure it out. Charge! I mean, they share her power, at least. They were really brave in the way they did that. Oh my god, I've just attracted the entire AoE over to my side. Right, that doesn't stun you. And there's nothing I can equip that makes me not get doubled by you. Because my highest speed is 28. You are quick, my goodness. So Raphael is only really suitable for ending a bar. And for that matter, anyone whose magic defense isn't really up to par, which sucks, because very few of us have any kind of magic defense to speak of. Now that Happy's got some, Marianne's got some friends, rather, maybe she could give a try at, smashing a bunch of this. Wait, is it really only 2? I thought it went as far as 3. That's a shame, there's no way to get it into the center then, from here. And I really shouldn't have you do the Gambit just yet anyway, because you're one of the few people who actually will just tank the actual magic damage. Levin Sword's not doing a whole lot, though, and we don't really want to risk that crit. Might be worth just trying to Soul Blade this for a little extra damage. Well, I guess there's no chance of lethality, so there's not much point in doing that, I suppose. I'm probably likely to do something with... Oh, I can also just put Lawrence here. He just won't get an attack this turn. Is he going to do anything good with an attack anyway? Not really, so who cares? Claude moves over here and alert stances. Lawrence heads up here. Passes him a Levin Sword. Sure over your Brave Sword. Oh, sorry, I have to actually give it to you. My bad. So that way, he and Ignatz and myself are all helping Petra do this thing, increasing the chances to as good as they're gonna get. Why is it doing Marianne over Ignatz? I'm not sure, but hopefully it hits anyway.
I have a plan.
Good. Because smash, that's most of the barriers now at least partially cracked or something. Yeah, it sucks because I'm using basically everyone to do this, and I'm pretty sure if I wait a turn... Well, we do have pulses to rewind it if it goes poorly, but I'm pretty sure if I wait a turn, the entire thing gets repaired. Not to mention this AoE is going to go out on all of us if I don't smash the barrier this turn. But as it stands, the way I'm doing this, we're not going to really have many actual chances to really hit once we smash that whole barrier. Oh wait, did we even find out that with in deck, it doesn't even stun them when you break the whole thing? I think that might be a thing. Oh right, this could be really bad in that case. Go for this one, Happy.
Don't let me down.
The confidence. No, it does stun him. Okay, good. So we have to go friggin' ham right now is what that means. Good thing I have Raphael still able to use here. Really, just as much damage as we can stack onto this at once is the best here. Hopefully you get one of these as a crit. Raphael? Not quite, but that's one bar we'll get at least. One butler. Oh, help!
Gotta train harder.
Right, because even though they have no more barrier, that ancient dragon skin is something else. You doing this is probably... Oh, well, they've got good res. This actually isn't doing a whole lot. Ooh, shucks. We don't have many options here. I can at least get this first bar down. Ah, well, I can have a Apocalyptic Flame. Sure, go for that. To bring... Aw, man, that crit would have been awesome on the next bar. Nevertheless. One bar down, 3 to go. Let's start on it a bit with some of this.
I will no doubt make use of this.
Good work, Hanneman. And now Leone, if you come out with a Curse of Shia sword, ooh, or Killer Knuckles maybe. Curse of Shia sword, you're probably gonna get one crit of which bring you up to 45. These each crit is 20, so you have a chance of doing like 80 damage there. Go for the Killer Knuckles. Nice one. You're probably gonna have a decent chance of taking out this bar. Oh, not quite, but still, it's pretty good progress on that front. Excellent work, Leone. Oh, we still have Catherine to use, right? She can't really get close enough to melee anything here, I don't think. Oh, she can get all the way around here. Sure she can. So just training sword that one. 2 bars down, but not nearly as much progress as I would have wanted in that turn. But all we have to do is land it with all we've got, and we'll make it through. I did not think they could hit Lawrence. My bad. At least he just the heck out of that. Oh man, the menacing turnaround. Nice one, Claude. Well, nothing much for it now. We gotta win this turn, basically, because otherwise they'll overrun us. And we'll just lose when it goes to the Windcaller's turn. But they're going back to a single melee attack this turn, so there's that at least. Oh yeah, this Caller can move through, cover some ground pretty quickly. So we gotta make some major plays here, which is tricky when most of us are... actually, a fair number of us are getting doubled in an unpleasant sort of way. Or just will die from the magic. Damn. I don't think we have anyone who can rally res, do we? I could go for the Assassinate with the Curse of Shia sword, maybe get you 45 damage. It's not really doing loads. I think a lot of us are going to be relying on crits and or gambits here. Maybe Happy you give a try at starting with this. 16 damage, and you probably won't get hit by both of these. Or you might. So we don't do that. I do some solid damage with the Assault Troop, but also I can do 22 and 22 with the Sublime Creator Sword, or go for this, which is a decent chance of me getting one of these as a crit here. I kind of like that. Because we have a number of people who will be very good at finishing off a bar, but if it's the middle of a bar, they'll suck. I'll give a try at opening this with this. We have a whole bunch of pulses, so we can retcon a bunch of this if it doesn't go our way. Nice one, Hoppy! That's basically one bar taken care of with ease. I'll get out of everyone's way, but I'll still stay close enough to be supporting people. Someone who's not likely to actually survive, tank something in the middle. We need to do one of these hits now. I'd be happy to give a try at the Gambit. And if you could do that, then you and Ignatz together can sort of cooperate on this one. Although Ignatz's... Well, that didn't go well. Ignatz's rallying speed actually could be good here. For the purpose of taking someone out of getting doubled, such like I could maybe have Raphael. Because if Raphael isn't getting doubled, then he can do some pretty solid damage, but Ignatz isn't really close enough. Lawrence can Brave Sword. That's the Brave Sword he took off Claude. He can do that to finish this bar. Nice job. Just one bar left. This should be pretty possible. It's really a shame Leo's just one health short of being able to do this. Because she would be absolutely the one. Well, I suppose if I went for an Assassinate, you're not likely to get hit there, and you can do some good starting damage. 176 they've got. Give it a go. 45 damage, and now do you get killed on the riposte? Nice one. That's a good start. Similarly here, Apocalyptic Flame would be awesome here, as long as we could guarantee... Well, I guess that, yeah, Ignatz can do that for her. We don't need to contrive him getting as far as Raphael. Speed her up so that she doesn't get doubled by that. Have her go for Apocalyptic Flame, or Smash? Well, the Smash crit would be only 66, and that's not much more than this anyway, so do this. Hey, yonk! Excellent work. Ow! Man, I love these huge extremely tanky boss fights. They're like my favorite thing. Beast Fang is maybe a bit of a waste here because it looks like we're going to win this pretty tidily. I guess the alternate is I'm going to use like Thunderbrand or something anyway. Sure, Thunderbrand and Beast Fang, one of those, but between all that, we should finish it. Provided you don't get critted. Oh! I'm not a child! Ow! Well, we knew that was a possibility. Beast Fang, I guess. Hiya! Wonk! Owie, 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 owie. And you've got excellent dodge, so maybe you heading out here with a Woe Dao isn't a horrible intermediate sort of move here. Go for that. Nice one. One more of those will take it out. Oh, but that will also take it out. It's not too high stakes because we've got tons of pulses here, but man is it ever dicey. Maybe go for just an assassinate with the training sword then, or Woe Dao. Because you get the crit, but you probably don't get hit by the 25. Good, okay. And Raphael can finish it! Is there anyone with less XP? Well, actually, Lycidia has less XP, but she's going to be doing magic damage, so it's going to be pretty hard for her to actually get a solid takedown here, I would think. Hey, but why not? We've got pulses. Why don't you try for the crit, Lycidia? No dice. Ah, never mind. Don't worry about it. Raphael's got it. Falcon Punch! Nice work. So not so bad at all. A little long-winded, though. Nope, pun intended. Ow. So was that trial passed? We can call off your magic goons and leave this poor, like, group of 6 or 7 scattered thieves alone? You guys come on back to the monastery. We'll talk it out. We'll bond over some cigarette and cream. Maybe you can join the army or something.
It stopped moving. Is it dead?
It most certainly did not stop moving. I do love that its wings are just, like, absolutely clipping through our whole party here.
No. It seems it's just sleep.
Man. A lot tougher than I thought.
I thought we were supposed to be given the treasure, but forget it. I'll just have a look around there. What about this thing? Huh. I'll think about it later.
Yeah, maybe we're not, like, still surrounded by their phantom soldiers, although I guess they're all going to go to sleep now as well if they were from Macule's power or whatever. Sleeping Sand Legend, the Sleeping Sand Legend complete! MVP Ignatz! Oh, cool. It was Lawrence, then Hoppy, then Ignatz, so we've got made it sure it was a different person each time and bumped some motivations, which is awesome. And we have 2 more story missions right after this to do that with as well. Could not have gone better as far as I'm concerned. Exceptional all around. God, those huge boss fights where you just lay into them with crits and all your combat arts is super satisfying.
Thanks for
Man, that would have been so hype if Hilda got that
for dragging you along with
crit on like the 6% all in one of the later bars. It's a shame she got it when she was already going to take it down, but still. Well done all around. I knew it would be easier than damn old Retribution.
I had no idea it would turn into a fight.
And why'd you bring everyone?
We got some treasure out of it. I'll leave this in your capable hands. Do with it as you will.
Why don't we share it?
How would we do that?
I don't know, pass it back and forth. You're the tactician, strategist mastermind here, not I. But also, I don't even know what it is yet. Is it like a bow or a lance or something?
Go there looking for treasure. Not really. Legends about the saints abound. It's hard to tell fact from
You were just doing the treasure bit to lure me, is that it?
Confirm whatever I can with my own eyes to find the truth in those legends.
What did you find out? Dragons are scary.
We didn't find anything concrete to prove that Saint Macuel had been there. We can't say for certain that the treasure we found was Macuel's either. I do wish we could have spoken to that wind caller a bit more.
Before he fell asleep, yeah. Could it have been Saint Macuel?
Unlikely. Macuel lived thousands of years ago.
It's not like we have any other evidence of people living really long times or transforming into unusual beasts when they touch the hero's relics.
And I've never heard anything about the saints being monsters like that.
We just saw it meant... Anyway.
Could the wind caller have anything to do with the Immaculate One?
I reckon so.
The Immaculate One is a monster sent by the goddess. Could the wind caller be... Where was it that I heard that stuff about them having been sent by the goddess?
What do you mean it was the one sent by the... Oh, right, never mind, you don't know that yet.
Maybe I'm too tired. My head is heavy. I can't think straight anymore.
Well, don't worry, Claude. You put in a good day, you know? Went and did 3 extremely massive scale battles. Just an average Sunday. Sleep it off. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Let's call it a day for now. I've got plenty of time to think this over.
Exactly. What, the next major story mission, where we're going to probably our deaths, is only in like 3 hours. Rest easy, buddy. Sword of Bagolta. Oh, it's a neat old sword. Sacred weapon Crestarigan that restores health every turn. Okay, cool. It's just a light sword with some good damage on it. Actually, that's not quite as much as... Isn't a silver sword 13? That seems pretty underwhelming. I guess it heals you, but I tend to find that the ones that are like heals you every turn don't heal you all that much. More for the experience than anything. As in the experience of doing it, not the actual stat experience we got. Although that was nice as well. We got a few levels out of that. Nothing too amazing, but that's that. So we'll be headed to Enbar, the Imperial Capital, next mission. Next episode, in fact. Or do we have to... Oh, actually, we have a lot of supports. We should probably do a support theater episode before the actual assault on Enbar. Sorry, so next episode will be a support theater. That's what I meant, obviously. Yeah, that's sort of Bagulta. I'm not too impressed with that. Less damage and less damage than a silver sword, 10 more accuracy, and it's a bit lighter, I guess. So perhaps it would behoove Happy, actually, because then it won't wear down much more than the sword, the shield, because it's the same weight as a Woe Dao. I don't know. Although, I guess, granted, that would also heal her some more each turn in addition to what her shield heals. So that could be pretty sweet. You know what, I'll go for that. I'll swap that in over her elixir, because if it's going to be healing her this much, then the elixir probably will not be necessary. Give it a go. It probably looks cool, too. Added bonus. Oh, I didn't even assign those perma buffs that we had, that I noticed we had at the beginning of the mission. I was like, we're about to assign them before I got distracted by something else. We've got a secret book, which is Dex, we probably want to give to Leone, and a talisman, which gives Res, that we probably want to give to Marianne. So let's do both of those right now. Doink, boink. Res a 37 for you now. Always seems to be a little less than I'm thinking. And your Dex is 45. Oh yeah, baby, we're gonna get that up to 47. Boosh. That's what I like to see. Our highest by far. Claude, Hoppy, and Happy all come close though. And Catherine. Petra's not too bad there either. Certainly no slouch. With a Dex of 47, that's what? Just about a 12% chance of lethality on most strikes. Pretty sweet. Oh, and we got some Agarthium from that, right? So let's just do away with that now while I've got a chance. Out of here with you. Oh, speaking of, does the Sword of Bagulta sell for anything? Or are we even allowed to sell it? Let's just replenish our battalions as well before I forget and spend the money on something else. Cannot be sold, no. Too legendary for that. But I can sell the Tomahawk we just got and the Steel Axe. And let's dismiss some battalions while we're at it, because I think we probably have a handful that we're keeping around that are really not necessary at all. Sarah's Brawlers, I don't know when we got them, but I'm not fussed. Sarah's Sacred Monks, I've been hanging on to the idea that we might want these heals at some point. I think we're through some of the hardest fights in the game, to be honest. The final fight of this route is pretty easy. It's the easiest of the 4 routes, I would say, at least for me. I think it will be even easier as with our builds. The second to last mission is a bit tough, but I think, again, with our high dodge, it won't actually be that difficult. And this heal really doesn't do all that much anyway, to be honest with you. That's my feeling. So I'm going to get rid of both of these, I think, just because we could absolutely use the coin. Most of us are using one-of-a-kind battalions that don't sell for anything anyway. Ceros Archers, they give you some accuracy that could be useful somewhere down the line. This is Happy's old one, we don't need it. We probably don't really need these archers. Most of us, for the most part, we're pretty stuck in with the ones we're going to use, and the other ones that we might want to swap in later are all these one-of-a-kind ones that don't sell for anything anyway. Master Archers of Crit plus 15, that could have some use. I'll keep them around. Veteran Duelists, Dodge 10, Absorption's nice. I'm not too fussed. Holy Knights of Ceros, some Protection and Resilience is pretty nice. Yeah, that could have some benefit, some use. These archers, the accuracy 15, we have other ways of getting more accuracy. Get rid of those. Much as I'd love to class Caspar, Cyril, and just those two into Assassin right now, we are running out of money, and I have not been balancing it well, so let's start trying to balance it well, shall we? Raphael, it's just 1 point away from the Inexhaustible. I just want to, before I forget, change your goals to let's just focus it all into heavy armor, which you have an E in and a weakness in, so we're probably not getting far enough for any of the weight minuses before the end of the game, but whatever, give it a go. You never know till you try. I mean, it could be calculated, but you never know till you try. Oh my god, I can't wait till we get Leone's sword crit. Awesome, awesome, so that is all for now. Next video to go on the channel is going to be more Kid Icarus Uprising, where aliens, I guess? Thank you so very much for coming around to this episode of Fireman 3 Houses, our Verdant Wind Assassin's Only Run. Hopefully I'll see you around. Admiral's going to be out of here now. Peace! It's kind of like a weird version of the Steel Samurai thing. It's awesome. Or sorry, the Nickel Samurai, whatever we're calling it now. It is based on Lady Kira and is the #1 action hero show in Kurain. Plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm. Okay, I'll grant that looks pretty cool. Yes, it's an entirely original show created right here in our kingdom.